All right, how's everybody doing? I am going to be making a video today on how to make your own fish food. I use these guys for my piranhas. Really seemed to like it for a long time there. I was just buying tilapia fillets and worms, actually feeding those guys to my piranhas, and they seem to like it, but it takes a little while for them to eat it, and I've had way greater success with this. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys how to make at least a meaty, more for your meat eater fish food. Anyways, I'm starting off with these flakes. The reason, or not really flakes here, but just a generic fish food. The reason I'm doing these is because you're gonna have all the nutrients I need. These are gonna definitely have proteins and some of the fats, but this is gonna have more of help with a balanced diet. This is gonna be really for flavoring and a lot of extra protein. Fish really seem to like it, and the pellets are more for the extra stuff that it's kind of going to be missing. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these in here, blend them up, get a powder going. Once I get the powder going, I'm going to blend these guys up together. The liver, this is cow liver in here, and that is tilapia. Buy these guys in individual wrapped, and actually comes out really cheap, about $2 for the liver, about $6 for about 10 packs of tilapia fillets. And then these guys range anywhere from, depending on the size of bottles. But anyways, I'm gonna get all of this grinded up, and then I will be back. So real quickly, I wanted to come back and actually show you guys. I've already got the powder grinded up. I'm gonna be throwing in the beef liver next, because I'm gonna be putting the container back in there. And then last but not least, I'll be doing the tilapia. And then after that, I want to show you guys, I'm gonna be putting everything in here and actually mixing it with the gelatin solution. Makes it a lot easier to handle, less of a mess. Main reason I wanted to come back is to show you guys, I've already grinded this up into more of a powder, just because it's easier to work with to do this first, because then you end up with really thick chunks. I kind of want to avoid that, so get everything else grinded up, and I'll be coming back. Alright, so we back, and we got everything grinded up. Tilapia. I noticed it's a little bit red because they actually kept some of the liver on there. Fish pellets. And then the liver. The liver is more of a goo. I'm going to mix all of these together. Going to be mixing the gelatin together, and I will show you guys how to do that. So, be back in a few minutes. Alright, so now getting started on the gelatin. I've actually mixed together all of the goo. It's what I like to call it. Fish goo. Tilapia. And yeah, you guys know all the ingredients now at this point. I like to use a gelatin Knox. Mainly the reason I like to use it is because it only has gelatin, has no other ingredients. Come in these little pouches. What I'm getting ready to do is I got some hot water in there. I actually just used tap water. Boiling water last time I did actually seem to burn this up pretty well because it's such small quantities. I kind of burnt it up and it didn't congeal very well, so I switched to just normal hot water from the tap. Gonna be mixing this with 100 milliliters. Get this guy all mixed up, get it all mixed together, and we'll be moving on. Right now, just mixing the gelatin through. Again, the reason I do the gelatin is just I could feed them just this, but that's gonna make a huge mess. Reason I add it to the gelatin is because it makes it obviously more like a jello, and it just pumps in there and it sinks really quickly, which reduces a lot of the mess. It just makes it a lot easier to deal with. But anyways, I want to show you guys what I did. Just mix it through. Hot water seemed to work just fine. It looks like everything's mixed together just nicely. Remember, I did not use boiling water. Now the next part that I'm going to be doing is transferring all of that to this black tray, adding that to this, mixing it all together, and I'll come back to the finished product. It's very simple to mix it. Just pour that in there, add that, mix it around. I just use a fork typically to mix it all around. Once that's done, I'll come back and you guys will see it. Alright guys, so I more or less got it all finished up here. Right now I'm just mixing all of the gelatin through here. Again, I want to get most of this liquid out of there, that way it's well kind of fold it through. So if you're familiar with cooking. Really, just treat this like an ingredient. Nice thing about this, what I've shown you guys here today, is a lot of the stuff I used, very generic, just liver, tilapia, and pellets. Best part about it is you can do it any way, which way you like. I do this particular blend because I use this to feed my piranhas. They like meat, kind of a meat lovers. Reason I use pellets is because it gives all the extra nutrients that they do need that they're not going to get from just the meat. If you have more of a vegetarian fish per se, feel free to use vegetables, use flakes, use whatever mix you want. And really what to take away from this video is kind of have fun with it.